Do you find yourself struggling to find meaning in life? Or how about just waking up and not laughing every second of the day? Well, if that's you, please listen to episode 35 of this How I Met My Brother podcast, and that will be solved. It's all at the low cost of free. Check it out. This is How I Met My Brother. Hello and welcome back to the How I Met My Brother podcast. My name is Jacob Cody, and this is my brother from another mother, Jeffrey Warchalik. How are you today, pal?
I'm good. Something happened this morning that hasn't happened in quite some time.
Oh.
So
you woke up feeling refreshed.
Kind of, yeah. You're not too far off. Well, I kind of fell off the wagon for a while with the gym. My body, I was at it pretty hard, 5 days a week, lifting, running, cardio, everything.
We know.
Big gym rat, whatever.
Yeah, gym rat, big finance gym guy.
Yeah. And my body was starting to hurt. My elbow, my knees, all that. Yes. So when that happens, I like to take a week off from the gym.
Yeah, you gotta have some time for rest.
Yeah. But the problem with that is when I take 1 week off from the gym, I like to take more than 1 week off from the gym. So all of a sudden, it was like 3 weeks later, I hadn't gone to the gym. So
that happened to me about 9 months ago.
Yeah. I was going to say it was a little bit longer than that. But I was back at it today. Got a great run and then did my weightlifting, hit the sauna. Got a runner's high.
Oh.
Which has been, like a month since that happened. So
you're back. You're addicted again?
I am, yeah. It's been a minute since I've been in the iron jungle, but we back, baby.
Yeah, I need to get a little taste of it just so that I get back to being hooked on it so I can go there every day. But
that's how it goes.
Need to get out of my hiatus here. But that's good. I like to hear that. I like to hear the boys back in the gym. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Feeling good. Feeling pretty decent anyway.
What time did you wake up?
Like a little bit before 6, quarter of 6, whatever. Something like that.
Yeah, I woke up at about 8:15.
Nice.
Got up, went to the bathroom.
Okay.
As I usually do.
Nice.
Drove to the gas station.
Why?
Because I realized I didn't have any creamer here for my coffee, so I picked up a coffee from the gas station down the road because they have pretty decent coffee. Guy's always running it. I go in there. I say, "Hey, what's up, man?" But today, now that I'm actually thinking about this, there's always like a few different people that I see at the gas station, and I don't go there like every day.
This is not a Cumberland Farms, correct?
No, it used to be a Cumberland Farms, and now it's owned by someone local.
It's a Gulf now? Is that right?
I don't know.
I think Cumbies is Gulf, but I think they sell Gulf gas. Anyways.
Yeah, but it's not Cumbies coffee.
Yeah.
It's a different kind. So it's a little worse, but it's all right. I like it. But there's a few different people that work there, and they all treat me very nicely. They're very nice people, but there's this one guy, and he was the one today. Nice guy, but like, I think he either works a different job while he works there, or is just consistently on the phone with somebody from a different country, or because I'll walk in and I'll be like, "Hey, how's it going?" Same thing. The other people are like, "Oh, hey, how's your day? Good to see you." Blah blah blah. Classic regular at a gas station type of thing. This guy, he's got one AirPod in, and he's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Oh, whatever, It's whatever, I don't need his affirmation for my life." But I get my coffee, blah blah blah. I walk up to the counter, and he's like, "Is that gonna be it?" Well, actually, he like mumbled something under his breath before, but I think he was looking at his phone, so I think he was on the phone with someone. And then he came over and said, "Is that gonna be it?" I said, "Yep." And the total was like $2.20 because I got a Nutri-Grain bar.
Nice.
Spice up the morning. and I was like, "Yep." And I went to go do my card, and like as soon as he like hit enter and I was going to do my card, he like walked away again. and it said like approved, but usually they're like all set and they hand you like a receipt. He didn't do anything, and I just stood there and I was like, so I was like, I just grabbed my stuff and I was like, all right, have a good day. Not a word. Just they looked up at me and then looked back down. I was like,
well, he's probably caught up with the money laundering,
yeah,
or something,
Yeah, probably. I can't confirm or deny, but. It's just confusing.
It's funny you say that though, because the same thing happened to me last week at the grocery store in Canterbury.
Really?
There's
that
it's
little
like
mart.
It's an old time grocery store, and there's this guy that I don't recognize working. Just had to go in for a couple things, just like bread, whatever. And he took my money, and I was just waiting for him to say, like, all set, or have a nice day, or whatever, and he didn't. Solid, like, 15 seconds of me standing
No, that's what I did.
And then the girl that was bagging for him, because they have, like, a bagger at this grocery store, she was like, all right, I think you're good. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's just the simple, like, have a nice day, or, like, yeah, you're all set. Like that just goes a long way.
It's funny how we need a prompt to be let known that we can leave,
because honestly I said, like, I waited like 15 seconds and nothing, and so I was like, all right, have a good one, and I felt guilty, like I was stealing something.
Exactly. Yes.
And even if I did and it got declined or whatever, it's only $2. It's not like a big deal. But I just felt bad. I walked out and I was like, what do I do?
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, that was my morning. Isn't it just weird how those things happen? Like, just like people working at these places, like gas stations, grocery marts, they don't have the decency to say, have a good day. Isn't it weird how we take that and we take it to heart?
Yeah, it is. I haven't been able to stop thinking about it.
Yeah, I haven't stopped. I've been trying to find him on Facebook and message him, and actually sent him a DM on Twitter, and I was like, hey, just checking to see if you heard me. I just wanted to say have a good day. And it said read, but no response. We're still waiting. So
can I leave yet?
Yeah. Do I owe you anything? I don't, just thinking about it.
Actually, something funny at that grocery store happened to me on Valentine's Day.
Oh.
There was this nice guy in his like 40s, maybe. And I let him go in front of me in the line because we both kind of got to the register at the same time. And I let him go, and he was like, oh, thanks so much, whatever. And he talked more than he had to. He gave me an extra sentence when he just had to say thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, whatever. And I could tell, okay, this is a pretty outgoing guy. And there was this girl working the register, and she was probably like 18 or whatever. And this guy is like, so, sweetie, you have any plans for Valentine's Day?
Oh, no.
And she was like, oh, no, single as a Pringle. Yeah, I don't know. And the guy was like, oh, well, there's a nice-looking fellow right here behind me. I don't know. I'm not a matchmaker, but maybe you guys could grab some dinner, whatever. I was like, oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Married. Don't you see my ring?
Yeah. Man. Yeah, it actually happened to me. Not that situation, but somebody let me go ahead of them on Valentine's Day when I got the flowers.
Really?
I walked up to the line, and the guy, he only had like 2 things, and I just had the flowers and some candy. And the guy, he's like, hey, you know what? You can go in front of me. He had like 4 things in his hand, and he was just carrying it. They looked kind of heavy, but he was like, go ahead. But then the lady in front of us was paying with, I'm going to screw this up, but what was it, like EBT or whatever?
No, that's it.
Is that it? Okay,
yeah.
good.
Food stamps?
Yeah, she was paying with
EBT.
that, and it kept like declining, or I don't know, something was going on, and she was like, so it took a while, and the guy behind me was like, you could see him like shaking, because he's like, has like these heavy items in his arm. He didn't think he was going to... And then I put my stuff down, and then as soon as the belt started going, I like made a spot for him, and I was like, "Here you go." And he's like, "Oh, thanks." I was like, "Yeah, I bet you regret letting me go now."
Seriously.
Oh man.
Yeah, just another nice guy like me.
Yeah, those are nice guys. I respect that. When somebody, I've come to like expect it though. Like if
not good.
If I'm like at Walmart and I just stop by and I'm grabbing like candy or a snack or something real quick to bring somewhere, I'll get in line. There'll be like a guy with like a huge grocery cart full of stuff in front of me, and I'm sitting there like, this guy's gonna let me go. I got 2 items. This guy's got 15 to 30, and sometimes they don't. You know, every once in a while.
That is the decent thing to do. I would say
I would do it.
You have to do that.
But at what point do you like? What if another person comes up and they're like,
yeah,
and you're just like, sorry, I already let this guy go.
I think 1 is all you're obligated to do.
All right,
I think
respect that.
Let 1 person go. If you have, say, 30 items in your cart, and the guy behind you has 3, you let the guy with 3 go. And then if someone else up behind them comes up and they have like 5 items, no.
Yeah.
We can't be doing that all day.
Yeah, I respect that. And sometimes when I'm in line at Cumbies, that happens. Like. And that's just like your convenience store. There's not much you're grabbing, but
yeah, right.
Some people will just be like, "Oh yeah, go ahead," and I'm like, I would never do that for you, but thank you.
Not in Cumbies. I don't do that.
Yeah,
in Cumbies.
Exactly. Like
unless you arrive at the same time.
I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know.
You know what though? Cumbies has some serious backup in their lines sometimes. I get into the one in Canterbury. It's like 6 people deep.
Yeah, sometimes they're slow.
And of course, people are buying scratchers and cigs, and you know.
Yeah, I've got a nice Cumbies hack for you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, give it to me.
So, just let's say you know what you're gonna get. So let's say you know you're gonna get a candy bar, and this, and it comes out in your head. You're thinking it's gonna be like $3.80. Just bring $3.
Okay.
And then give them the $3 and say, "Oh, would you mind if I paid the rest on my card?" Every single time I've done that, and this was just because I didn't have enough dollars in my pocket.
Yeah, you didn't do it on purpose.
No, not yet. And they were just like, "Oh, don't worry about it." And I was like, "Oh, okay." It's happened like 3 times. Because I always think, whenever I have cash and I like spend it on something, I always put the remainder in my middle console, my car. It's always like $3-4, so that I can use it for my Cumbies coffee and donuts.
That's a good idea.
Or I took a break from the donuts.
Good idea.
Yeah. It's been a tough week for me the past couple weeks because I've taken the break from the donuts.
So you've been extra grouchy.
Yeah. So and it costs. I got the last time I had Cumbies, I got like the bacon, egg, and cheese on a croissant. So it costs more. So I was like, oh crap, I don't have enough dollars because I was just in my head I was planning for the donuts, but yeah, I miss them.
You know what? I love donuts. What's your favorite? They have the cinnamon powdered. They have powdered sugar.
Chocolate.
They have chocolate. Okay.
Chocolate, and it's got to be the Little Debbie ones.
Little Debbie.
Yeah.
I thought Little Debbie and donuts were different.
No, so
Hostess.
it's a little.
Hostess.
No, the Hostess ones, they are good, but I'm telling you, the Little Debbie ones are best. And I've tried them all. I've tried those, and then there's this other small brand. It's like Auntie Claire's or something like that. No, garbage. It's like they took donuts and disrespected them, and left them out for stale pieces of trash.
Wow.
Nothing compares to the Little Debbie ones.
I've only had the Hostess, and those are delicious. Those are awesome.
The Hostess are like the tier below.
Okay.
And the Little Debbie ones are just like, they're always good. Sometimes Hostess, I'll get one and I'm like, this batch wasn't good.
This batch? What is this, Breaking Bad?
Right, it's an art. So, but I got on the grocery store topic. How often do you grocery shop?
Well, probably once every 2 weeks, but usually we do a Walmart pickup. So we don't always go in the store.
What about
once every other week?
What about when you were living alone? Like when you were not with Jess, and you were getting your own groceries.
Well, when I went from living with my parents to living with Jess, so I didn't do my own groceries ever.
So your parents would grocery shop, and you would just mooch off them? Yeah,
that's about.
No, I respect it. I would do the same. I still go over to my parents' house for dinner sometimes just for the free food.
Don't worry.
All right, well then, I don't know. I've just been thinking...
In college, I did a little bit.
All right, so here's the thing. So, and I saved this on my phone so that I would remember it perfectly. But last week, I got home late from I think it was this small group on Wednesday. I believe so. And I was just so hungry. And I didn't want... It was already like 9 p.m. And I didn't want to go out and get something.
Yeah.
And didn't want to spend the money or anything like that. So I scoured my shelves.
Not much there.
Not much. Yeah, not much. So I was like, I got spaghetti. I'll make some angel hair spaghetti. So I made it. And I was already kind of ticked off because I had to eat spaghetti. And so I start boiling, and it takes forever because my stove sucks. And I'm waiting. I put the spaghetti. I spill spaghetti all over the floor.
Did you really?
Not like the cook, but like I went to go...
Okay.
I don't know why I did this, but I like covered one part of the box and like shook it so that the amount that I want to come out. And for some reason, it just went everywhere. And I was like... Man. So then, spilled all over the floor, so I had to pick that up. Then it was finally done, and I strained it. And then I was low-key excited. I was like, spaghetti's good. Can't wait to grab. So I grabbed some butter, put some butter in that bad joint.
Okay.
Opened up the fridge to grab the Parmesan cheese, which makes the spaghetti so good.
Yeah.
None of it. And like, I always have it on tap. You know what I mean? It's always there. It's always in the shelf just waiting for me to grab it.
Yeah. Every time.
For some reason, the old one must have got old, or maybe someone used it. I don't remember throwing it out, but I threw it out. And so I had no Parmesan cheese, and I was like, well, I can't just eat this spaghetti with no sauce or no cheese. So I had to put salt on it.
You put salt on your spaghetti?
Yeah, I had to, bro. What am I going to do?
Go to the gas station.
No, bro, it just wasn't there. It wasn't in the books.
You couldn't go to the gas station.
It wasn't in the stars. You know, I thought about that, and then I thought, man, am I really going to pay $6.99 for a little cheese grater like this? Like at that point, I should have just went out and got food.
Yeah.
Like the whole point was to save the money. But then I just thought, man, if I just went to the grocery store like a normal person every week or 2 weeks and got stuff, not even a lot, but just enough to have in case I don't have a dinner or lunch, then I'd be in perfect shape, and I was mad at myself.
So, for one, I would never put salt on my spaghetti. I think that's psychopathic.
Well, I couldn't eat it, bro. I couldn't eat it plain.
I'd eat it plain over salt.
I couldn't.
That's just weird.
And I was crying.
Did you cry? I could see it. It's like the Michael Jordan meme with spaghetti in his mouth.
I kind of just like laughed, and Jordan was here, and I was laughing, but also like crying.
Yeah. And
she was laughing at me.
Good. I would have also done that.
You know, I think she just lost respect for me during that time.
Probably. I also, just hearing the story, I would have lost the respect.
That's all right. And I had to do what I had to do, what I thought I had to do, so... It was just the lowest of lows for me.
That was the lowest point of your life.
You know, it brought me back to when I lived off of spaghetti. When I was working at the school that I was working at. I just always ate spaghetti and mac and cheese because that was the cheapest. And it brought me back to that. But back then I still had cheese. I had grated cheese. And I didn't have it then. So I just thought, man, I'm a failure.
Yeah. 5 years later, and we're right back where we started. Except no grated cheese.
Yeah. So this is me admitting that I have a problem and that I need to get to the grocery store. And that's why I'm going this afternoon.
You mean this evening?
Yeah. You know, whatever. This night.
Or did you already go earlier today?
No, I'm going later.
Okay. That's a good idea. Do you not go to the grocery store?
No, I haven't been to the grocery store in probably 2 months.
Really?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Bro,
I don't know how you live.
I get people make me... Jordan's mom makes me, like, dinner and lunch all the time. Sends it home. She'll invite us over, and then I'll take leftovers. Today for lunch, I ate leftovers from yesterday's dinner.
Wow, she's a saint.
Yeah, she's awesome. And then my dad will have dinner and ask me to come over, or I'll go out to eat. So it's not, you know, it's never a lot that I eat here.
So mostly you eat other people's food.
Yes. That's what I said when I said you mooched off your parents. I said I respect that because that's what I do. I'm a professional moocher when it comes to a nice meal.
So I think you should one of the first things you should get is a box of Ramy's. It comes with the flavoring packets. Ramy's, the ramen noodles. Ramy's.
You call it Ramy?
Yeah, they're Ramy's.
Why?
Because they are. They're Ramy's.
Why wouldn't it be Rami?
Ramy's. Rami, tomato, potato, potato. What do you want from me?
Hey. Hey, what are you doing?
Got a little rap battle going
like
on.
Gabagoo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ramies.
Yeah, see, but then I think, man, I gotta eat better.
Yeah, but you need something just in case their apocalypse or.
Well, also, but that's why I have the spaghetti.
Which is now gone.
No, I know. I have another box. I'm always stocked up on the spaghetti. I just need cheese with it.
So what are you going to get? What are you...
I don't know, but now you're making me feel like I'm poor.
I never said you were poor.
You just told me I should get some ramen noodles. Who eats ramen noodles? Poor people.
I love Ramy's, for one. I would eat them all the time. I just like
kidding.
Ramy's.
I do. I had Ramy's last night. I had Ramy's last night at we have our youth group.
Oh, really?
And they have like big Ramy's. I went up there. I said, "Hey, yo, let me get a box of them Ramy's." And immediately they knew what I was talking about.
And he was like, "Hey, anything for you, boss? Yeah, you got it."
He's like wiping his hands with his towels with his apron. Oh yeah, I'll get right on that. I got a shipment of meat I got to get out quick.
Ramy's coming up.
Should I make that dose?
So you start with Ramy's and then you get grated cheese. What else?
Before that.
Okay.
The Ramy's. Mm-hmm. What do you like? The chicken, the beef, the spicy, the vegetable?
The beef. The vegetable.
See, I'm a big chicken one. I like the chicken one.
That's the difference between us. I like beef, you like chicken.
Yeah.
I don't really... Honestly, I could never have chicken again. I'd be fine.
Really?
Yeah, I like...
No chicken at all?
Cattle, yeah. No chicken. Cattle or turkey.
What about Chick-fil-A?
Well, okay, Chick-fil-A I like.
It's not cow fillet.
I would rather have it be cow fillet. That would really be delicious.
Imagine there was a fast food called cow fillet, and it was like just steaks.
Yeah, beef, steaks, everything.
Anyways, all right, beef. You like the beef. All right, continue.
I like beef. You like chicken. So what are you gonna get? We got your Ramy's. We got your grated cheese. What else are you gonna buy tonight?
I suck. I'm just so bad at it. I go there and I'll write a list. I'll be like, oh, I need to get, some meat to cook, like whether it's chicken, usually chicken breast on the stovetop or something, and then I'll get like, like you said, Ramy's or mac and cheese or something like that. That's quick. And then I'll grab some frozen food to put in the air fryer, like a frozen pizza or some chicken nuggets or something like that. But then I go there and I'm like, oh, this is expensive. I could do without that. And then I leave there and I have in my hand a bag of Funyuns and like Cheez-Its, and then I walk out and I'm like, what did I do? What is this
right
doing?
Back where we started.
Yeah.
So hold on. Where are you shopping? Where do you go grocery shopping?
Usually back in the day it was Walmart.
Okay.
And I don't know. Tonight I think I'm going with Jordan. She's grocery shopping, and I was just gonna get some stuff for me as well.
Follow her around in your little boy carriage.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna sit in the carriage. You remember when I was a kid? Yeah,
just taking stuff off the shelves.
Yeah, no. We have that at home.
She smacks your hand. I said no.
I think we're gonna go to the ye old Market Basket.
Each their own.
Yeah,
I like Aldi.
It's cheap
Aldi
there.
and Walmart.
Market Basket is like if you took Aldi's but had like name brand stuff.
And it's cheap.
It's cheap.
That doesn't make sense.
It's cheap.
So it's like Big Y.
Except
like Big Y is not cheap.
No, like this is cheap. It's actually really good. It's just always busy. Yeah, it's cheap. It's cheaper than Stop and Shop and Price Chopper.
Those are expensive.
It might not be as cheap as Aldi's, but it's like not much more. But it has like name brand stuff. It's cheap.
Respect.
I like it. This is not an ad though, because they're not paying us. But Market Basket.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll give that a shot. I like Aldi, and we're very spoiled with the Walmart pickups. We just order whatever on the app.
Yeah, I should do that, because then when I get there, I'm like, I don't want to spend any money.
Yeah.
I'm a stickler, I just don't like to spend my hard-earned cash.
I feel you.
Yeah. Unless it's really like something fun, But anyways, yeah, that's all I have to say. So I had on When did it snow?
Tomorrow.
When did it snow?
I don't know. I think it snowed a little bit Saturday. It was Saturday.
Well, whenever it was snowing,
Saturday.
I had this thought, like, you know how we talk about that we have road rage?
Yes. All the time.
Yeah.
Today. Yes.
So I've always had road rage, and I understand that. And actually,
did you say roid rage?
No, both. No, not road rage. Road rage. And a quick sidebar on that.
Okay.
I went to Longhorn Steakhouse the other day.
Good food.
And I think that was on Saturday, and it snowed, whatever. Yeah. But I was driving, and we went to the one at Blackstone.
Okay.
And so, and let me just tell you, like, I respect police officers, but the stupid traffic police officers at Blackstone think that they have all this power and think they're so... Oh, man, you should ask Jordan. I was so mad, bro, and this is not even road rage. I mean, I guess it is because I'm on the road, but I was taking a left, and I pulled out a little bit, like, waiting for this guy because he was just signaling the other way to go, which was too long. Like, stop it. So then he lets me go, but he stepped up, and I couldn't make the turn. He wanted me to go in front of him into the left, but I couldn't. So I was like, I'm just gonna go behind him because there's plenty of space.
And he freaked out.
Dude, he started backing up, and he's like waving his hand no, and I was like, no, I can't. I'm gonna hit you if I try to turn that way. And then he got mad to the point where he just told me to go straight. and I was, if they weren't in the car, it was Jordan and little sister. They weren't in the car, I was gonna fight this battle. But instead I was like, you know what, whatever. And I'm just fuming. So then I go up a little bit, and I just took an illegal U-turn.
Which you had every right to do.
Yeah. So then I'm going to turn right into it, and he's still in the middle of the road. And I roll down my window, and I was like, hey, doing a great job, buddy. And like gave him a thumbs up, and then we went to eat and whatever. And then on the way out, he was still there, and he just looked like he was just being a jerk to everybody. I saw him do it a couple more times to other people, and I was like, you know what, this guy's a jerk. Yeah. So I was driving by, and I just gave him a thumbs down and stared right in his eyes.
Until you like do this.
Thumbs down. And then I just kept going, and he was just like, shook his head, and I was like, bro. Yeah, and I had some choice things to say at the restaurant, and they were like, you okay?
Yeah.
I was like, no, I'm so mad that he did that. But anyways, back to...
But since then, you've been enrolled in anger management.
So yeah, I'm on step 3.
Yeah.
But I just, I've always had road rage to a certain extent, but now I understand why people hurt people when it comes to road rage.
Boy, yeah. All right.
Because I was on the road.
When was this?
Whenever it snowed last week.
Saturday.
It was earlier than that. It was
okay. So it must have snowed another day.
It was like it was barely a snow.
Okay, it was barely a snow.
Yeah, barely a snow, and but everybody was going slow on the highway, and this guy is in the left lane on the highway, and I think it must have been a Wednesday because I think I went into work. I think it's on the way to work. Yes, so. He's in the left lane. He's only going about 50 miles an hour, which is fine. It's a little snow. You don't want to slippy and crashy,
True, yeah.
So I pass him on the right, though, because I got all-wheel drive. My car's fine. I'd like to go at least 65. We're on the highway. I'm about to get on the Mass Pike.
Yep.
And so I pass him, and then I'm like going. I've gone probably like a half mile to a mile down. And then there's a truck in front of me, so I had to slow down, and I went to go put my blinker on and turn, look left, and I was like, oh, someone's coming, so I turned my blinker off, and I was gonna let this person go. It's the same guy, and he gets up next to me, and then he flips me off.
Ooh, not nice, not nice.
Flips me off, and I was like, and it just made me so mad because I was like, in what world? This has happened to me multiple times, where like I pass you on the right because you're going slow. That's all I did. I didn't cut him off. I didn't swerve and scare him. Nothing. All I did was pass him on the right. Didn't even say, like, you're going too slow. Didn't even look at him. Just passed him on the right. It was fine. And then I looked to my left when he was passing me. And I could have cut him off.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Mm-hmm. And he flipped me off, and I was mad. And I contemplated hurting him. I just want to admit that. I contemplated hurting him.
Honestly, I don't blame you. That's tough.
I tried to catch up to him, and then he decided he wanted to go over 50 miles an hour when I wanted to catch up to him, which was good for him and myself.
Yeah, it was good for all parties involved, really. Yeah, to me, there's nothing worse than when people just ride in the passing lane.
Man, and that's just what grinds my gears this week is. I get it, you're going slow, and I was not even mad that he was going slow because of the snow. I wasn't even mad. Mm-hmm. I was just mad that he felt the need to flip me off. For what? I'd like to know what I did.
Yeah.
I just wanted to calmly talk to him and ask him what I did. And then rip him out of his car.
And then that's it. And that's it.
For legal purposes, I can't finish my sentence, but...
Well, did you get his license plate at least?
No, I tried to.
Did you really?
Yeah. Well, I tried to see if there's any like stickers or just in case. How sometimes there's like a number you can call or something. You ever done that? You ever seen you've seen a truck and it's like, "How's my driving?" And there's a number below it.
Yeah.
And you've called it? Have you ever called it?
No.
I've done it once.
Have you really?
Yeah, this one guy, I was driving, this is a long time ago. I was on the way to Liberty for
Okay.
I think I was coming back from like spring break or I don't know, something like that, and I was in the left lane passing this like Big Mac truck, and
Big Mac, oh gosh, what I would do for a Big Mac right now.
All right, chill out. And I'm passing it, and at the last second I'm like halfway through,
okay,
and it just starts merging to the left, and I'm like, does it
dangerous?
So then I had to like slam my brakes, and I was like, what the heck? So then I called the number, and I'm like, they're like, hello? And I was like, hey, I'm just calling because, truck number 12 just cut me off on the highway, and he's not driving safely. And the guy was like mad at me.
Really?
He's like, sir, you know how hard it is to drive a truck? And I'm like, I was just like, bro, what? This is what the number told me to do. Tell you how he's driving.
You know why that guy's mad? Because you made him answer his phone for the first time all day.
Probably.
Because he was in the middle of a great game of Sudoku.
Yeah. Oh man, what I could do for a good game of Sudoku right now.
You're telling me, brother.
Warms my brain right up.
Freaking Big Mac and Sudoku. Can't get any better than that.
Big Macs and Sudoku. That should be my new diet.
Big Macs and Sudoku.
Because it's not just feeding my tummy, but it's feeding my brain.
And also your heart.
Oh.
Because of the Big Mac. And who doesn't love a Big Mac, really? Mac sauce, though, bro?
Oh, I saw a hack on TikTok.
Really?
About McDonald's and how if you get a McDouble, you can say...
Mac
you
sauce.
Heard this? You say, I'd like a McDouble done like a Mac.
Oh.
And they'll make it with the Mac sauce, and they'll add something else.
Really? For
like 20 cents or something like that.
I guess I'll be trying that in about 20 minutes.
Sets your timer.
I think we need to get out of here. All right, it's been a good episode. Just kidding.
But yeah, just road rage, man. It just makes me... I just understand why people get mad and hurt each other. Like before I was like, that's too much. But then I'm like, man, this makes me so incredible. I would never do it.
Yeah.
But it makes me so incredibly mad, and so now I have a deeper understanding.
Yeah, well, the first step is to realize that you have a problem, so I guess we're halfway there.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Driving is tough. I took the class.
Driving is tough.
No, it's really dealing with the other people on the road that is tough, but...
Yeah, I just don't understand. But I guess maybe we're not meant to. It's one of those things that you live with. Well,
maybe we should try to let your heart rate settle down a little bit. I have a story that I think is kind of intriguing, maybe. Maybe someone might find it a little bit funny or something.
What's that, pal?
Last week I was referred to as a walking miracle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
It's nice, isn't it? So
I guess it depends on the circumstance, but yeah.
I had my physical like a week and a half ago or whatever.
Yeah, I remember on a Wednesday. So you said you're going to the doctor tomorrow.
Really?
Or no, Tuesday. It was on a Tuesday.
Okay. Wow. Good for you. I have no idea what day it was.
I think so. Or maybe that was the
Friday.
dentist.
Really? That was the dentist.
Oh, you're right.
That was the dentist.
Yeah, you're right.
The doctor's appointment was on a Friday.
Yeah, you're right.
It was the Friday before.
Yeah. Well, let me check your calendar.
Yeah, our Google calendars are synced, so it should be pretty easy to figure out.
Yeah, Friday at 9 p.m. I mean 9
p.m. Yeah, let me just go to the doctor's office at 9 p.m. It's just me and my doctor alone.
He said it was a private checkup, but
yeah.
Anyways,
so my doctor ordered blood work for me. She's fantastic.
You have a female doctor?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I love her. She is, well, I mean, not in a weird way. I just really think she's a great physician.
I think they're great doctors, but I had a girl doctor once, and it was weird when she had to check certain areas of my body.
Well, now she asks if I self-examine, and even though I don't, I say yes, so she doesn't have to do that.
See, I don't lie. So I said no, and she was like, all right, well, like, let's check it out. And I was like,
I made that mistake last year.
No.
But I learned for this year.
Yeah.
It's, I honestly, I think I connect better with women. So really, doctor,
it is easier. It is easier to talk to them for some reason.
Like about your feelings.
Yeah. I walk in. So how are you feeling? Sad.
Yeah. Just burst out into tears. Yeah, that's about the size of it.
Yeah. Anyways, keep going. Sorry.
She ordered blood work, and then I went. So I went to the Day Kimball in Plainfield because it's much closer to me than the one.
There's
in
a Day Kimball in Plainfield?
Yeah, it's just like a blood draw, blood bank, and whatever. It's small. It's small. I know. Yeah. And we get through the process of like registering me and whatnot. I give her my blood receipt thing that tells her what codes to put in, what to test.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, magnesium. We can't check this here. You have to go to the place in Putnam." And she was like, "Do you want to go there right now?" And I was like, "Well, not really." And she was like, "Well, you're already fasting." And I was like, "Okay, if you say I should, then I'll go." So I go to Putnam, wait for a little bit, and then I get in there, and there's 3 phlebotomists.
See, I just learned that word. I just wanted you to know. I didn't know what that was until like 2 days ago.
Really?
Yeah. So now I know what you're talking about.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy we can have the same level of conversation. That we can be on the same level now.
Maybe not really, but at least I know what a phlebotomist.
Keep working on it.
Phlebotomist.
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 That's it. That's the one.
Phlebotomist.
Yeah.
Right.
That's good. Good job.
All right.
Gold star for today.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Dad. I didn't even catch that at first. Thanks, Dad. You're welcome, buddy.
Anyways, keep going.
There's 3 phlebotomists in the room. One of them is just watching, and then it appears we have a student professor type thing going on.
So would it be phlebotomi then?
I would think so. Phlebotomi.
All right. 3 phlebotomi. Sorry. Go.
3 phlebotomi in the room. 2 up in my grill.
Ooh. I hate when phlebotomi do that.
We have the teacher phlebotomist, just standing with her arms crossed, looking at me like
judgment,
this.
Yeah.
And the student is like, "Hi, how are you? What arm?" And I'm like, "The left arm would be good." And then I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, "Oh, great, this is gonna go well."
Yeah. Jeez.
And so she's like, "All right," and she has the needle and she's shaking and she puts it into me. Just a little pinch. And she's like, "Oh man, I didn't get that one. Do you mind if we try the right arm?" And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever. That's fine.
Did it
really
hurt?
No worries. I mean, it's just a pinch."
Really. Man, I hate the needles.
Really?
Oh yeah.
The finger prick is what's bad.
I hate them all, bro.
I don't mind it. I actually I like to watch when they do it. So I'm like this, and I'm watching. Just to add some extra pressure to them. And I love to see the blood rush through the
They don't know if you're like undercover boss right now.
Yeah.
Like head phlebotomist of phlebotomist.
The head phlebotomist of Day Kimball.
Of Day Kimball, just going in there to see if they're doing it right. They don't know.
It's undercover boss at Day Kimball. Anyways, so she does it in the second arm. That one doesn't work either. And so she's like, yeah, twice.
What do you mean doesn't work? Like she missed a vein?
Yeah, so no blood coming out.
I just thought it was like, she put it in the vein, but it wasn't working.
Yeah, sorry.
We had to restart.
You have no blood. So she's like, all right, I don't feel comfortable doing this. So she gives the needle to the professor. Her teacher, whatever. The instructor. Her instructor. She gives it to the instructor.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, no worries, sweetie. We go back to the left arm. And she sticks me. She's like, ooh. Huh, that's weird. And she misses again. And she says, wow, I think you're actually a walking miracle. I don't know how you're not getting any blood. I got the vein, but there's no blood going into it. And I'm like, that's kind of weird. And then the fourth time, she was like, all right, well, I'm going to try one more time. And then if we don't get it this time, I don't know what we're going to do. So she got it on the fourth try.
She got it.
So she referred to me as a walking miracle.
So did that vein not have any blood?
Well, I don't really know what happened.
Wouldn't that be a problem?
Yeah, I don't know. And then she was like, just wondering, how much water do you drink? And I was like, usually 80 to 100 ounces a day, thanks. And she was like, oh, wow, most people don't know how many ounces. I'm like, yeah, I'm not most people.
You started taking off your sweatshirt, just have a shirt that says him on it.
Yeah. Do you know who I am?
I'm the head phlebotomist of the Northeast region.
Yeah. You failed.
This was a test. I'm not a walking miracle. You're fired.
It's like when Dwight in The Office is getting his blood drawn and he's like, I can make my veins constrict on demand. Or whatever he says.
Yeah, I thought about that when you were saying that. Yeah, that's good.
So, I don't know. I've yet to get the results of the blood work. Don't have super high hopes.
Oh. For what?
Everything. I just feel like it's going to be bad because I haven't been taking care of myself.
Wait, you went to the gym today?
I go to the gym, but I don't eat. I like food that's good for me, but I eat too much of it, and then I also eat crap.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. I like fast food. I love sweets. I love Oreos, Chips Ahoy.
Yeah. See,
Eggos.
I just feel like that's tough.
But I really, actually, all in all, I think I eat pretty good. I love vegetables.
Yeah, I don't mind vegetables.
It's just the amount that I eat.
And I've been eating a lot better lately. Yeah.
Yeah, myself. I like HelloFresh helps a lot too because it forces us.
Oh, I know. I get those emails.
Do you still get those?
Hey, Jacob, Jeff wants you to know you get 300 free meals if you sign up today. How are you guys still afloat if you're giving away freaking 25 free meals? Yeah,
I gave a bunch of emails to them, and now everyone that I gave them to mentions that to me.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that in a ton of episodes here. It just continues to make me mad.
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know. Sorry. I didn't think I thought they'd email you a special offer, like once or twice.
Yeah. We're friends now. Amy over at HelloFresh. She knows what she's doing, yeah.
Really, they're great, though.
Yeah. I've realized I need to... I've cut down my consumption of trash quite a bit from my old self. Mm-hmm. I used to have and I was talking about this the other day, I used to have the bottom drawer of my nightstand. I used to just have chocolate. Like, I used to buy, like, Hershey bars in bulk.
Wow.
And, yeah, like
from a website or something?
No, you go to Walmart and you get the campfire special. It'd be, like, 9 Hershey bars for, like, $6.
Yeah.
And I'd buy, like, 3 of those and just throw them in the bottom drawer.
Wow.
I'd have, like, Lindt in there. I'd have Dove. Anything chocolate I had in there. And then each day I'd walk in and be like, I'd reach my hand and be like, what's the surprise today? Boom. And so I've stopped that.
Go ahead.
So I do have some chocolate still here that I like to snack on, but it's not as bad. And I've cut down on my soda, although I had a Mountain Dew today. But overall,
what a coincidence.
Overall, I have cut down.
Yeah, that's good.
I feel like I need to take the next step, you know?
Yeah, moving on to step 4 of anger management and nutrition.
Yeah.
It's funny because my college roommate Ricky used to do that. Like, he had a big
anger management and nutrition.
Yeah, he took both classes. He's now a black belt in anger management.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm just a red black right now.
He had a huge like Halloween candy bucket that he had filled with Jolly Ranchers, Starburst, Sour Patch, sour gummy worms, all that stuff. And literally, right before bed, he'd be like, "All right, time for bed." And then he'd eat candy and then just go to sleep. And I'm like, I don't know how you do that.
Yeah, remember I used to have that big tub of sour gummy worms?
Yeah, I do.
It was literally like 2-pound tub.
Yeah.
Sour gummy worms, and I'd do the same thing before I'd go to bed. I would walk by and I'd be like, I'd open it up, I'd take a handful, get in bed, and just, something about sugar, man.
Well, don't mind if I do.
Yeah, you know, it's like it was like the claw.
Yeah.
The claw.
I have one more thing for you.
Oh, okay.
And then if you have something, we can do that, and then skedaddle.
Skedaddle.
So Jess and I had a little date night.
Ooh.
On Friday.
I like
as you did.
Yeah.
As you did.
Date night Friday.
Yeah, we did that. It was
DNF.
DNF. Went to some Olive Garden, went to the movies, saw a really lousy movie that I will not recommend. But that's not the point of this.
But OG was good?
OG was great.
All right,
always good. Always great. I
like
actually
their
still have
breadsticks.
leftovers. Oh, yeah, like the best. I had some minestrone soup.
Yeah. Yeah, give it the good old chef kiss.
Yeah, Oh, yeah. So, sorry, I'm a little beside myself. We went to the movies, and we got up we split a soda and a popcorn. And I go to give my card to pay, and there's no like normal credit card machine. Like sometimes you get like Square tablet, sometimes you get one of those ones at like Walmart or Home Depot or anywhere that where you stick the card in. But instead what's there is what looks like a movie ticket scanner. And so it's on the counter, and I'm like, I guess I just do this, like in my head. So I just start waving the credit card in front of that. And she's like, oh, no, I need to take the card. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Sorry about that. And she said, oh, no, it's fine. Everybody does it. I'm like, no habla inglés. And then I just leave because I was embarrassed.
You didn't even take your card?
Jess took it.
Oh, good.
I just left.
Yeah, you needed to leave. So it was just the scanner for the
candies. I just started waving it. And
what would a scan? What would a?
I don't know. I just as I retell it here, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it was pretty embarrassing.
No, that is.
When I was there, it was just like waving it around like an idiot.
Yeah.
And so I played it off like I was, I couldn't speak English.
Yeah,
I figured that was the best route.
This reminds me of something that happened to me the other day.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so to make you feel less of an idiot.
Okay.
Mine is a little bit more understandable, but
good. Thanks. Yeah, I feel less of an idiot now.
You're welcome. So I went to Walgreens.
Okay.
To pick up, I think deodorant.
Yeah.
Because I hate them. First of all, deodorant at Walgreens. Don't ever go there. It's $9. I was on the way back, and that was the only thing on the way, and I was running out of deodorant, and I was like, it's probably like, a little bit more. No, $9 freaking dollars.
Ridiculous. I hate Walgreens.
Yeah.
Rite Aid was better.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Rite Aid.
Yeah, respect. I like that take. But so I go in, $9. Ridiculous. And so I go up there, he scans it, whatever, and I got a little bag of the Lindt chocolate truffles, and then that, and the guy was like, oh, your total's $17.99 or $16.99. I was like, oh no, just these two, and he's like, yep, and I was like, the deodorant was $9 because I saw the price tag for the chocolate. I knew it was $6, or like $6.50 or with tax, whatever, and he was like, yeah, and I was like, okay, so I reached in my pocket, And a side part of this story is I carry around, not anymore because I almost lost them forever, but I carry around these 2 little silver dollars. They're like coin dollars. Nice. They're pretty cool. I like them.
Okay. Great.
Are you judging me?
No.
All right, good.
Why would I?
So they were in there. I go take my wallet out. One falls out into like the candy. So just remember that because it's like the candy in front of the cash register, and I'm like, frick. And I kind of just went, oh. And the guy didn't care. He was like on the phone like this, like waiting for me to pay.
Yeah.
So I take my card out, and the scanner says the price, and I'm tapping my card on it, and I'm like, and then I like stick my card in. I'm like, and the guy's still like on his phone, and then I'm like, hey, I don't think this is like working. And he like looks over. He's like, yeah, you got to hit no, and it was like to donate to charity or whatever that thing. But usually they ask you, and it's not on the screen. So then I'm like, oh. So then I hit no, and then it works. So,
you know what you should have done is you should have been like, oh no, I wanted to say yes to that. I wanted to donate.
No, because I feel like he would have restarted it for me, and then I would have had.
And then you would have had to, yeah. That's the risk you take.
Yeah. So this guy already thought I was an idiot, and then I finish up, and then I'm like, I was thinking about like just leave the coin. And I was like, no, this is my coin.
It's your silver dollar.
This is my coin. So I bend over, and I'm like looking through the candy. And I didn't tell him any of this. He's just waiting for me to leave. And I bend over, and I'm looking through the candy, and then I find it, and I pick it up, and I just quickly put it in the pocket that's like in my coat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, have a nice one. And I walk away, and I'm like, this guy definitely just thought I stole some Reese's peanut butter cups or something. Like,
yeah.
There's no way anybody, he didn't care, so. Anyways, that's what happened to me.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry about that.
It's all right.
All right. Well, you ready to skedaddle?
Yeah.
All right. Everybody, thanks for following along, listening. Thank you for subscribing. Please subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram, all at How I Met My Brother Pod. Email us at howimetmybrotherpod@gmail.com. Please give us a 5-star review rating, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. Let's get it.
Peace out.